Take a second to look around at your life. The quality of your relationships, your health, your money, and your mindset. All of it is a reflection of what you are willing to accept. I used to be okay with being lazy. I had nothing else to do that I knew of, and I stayed weak. I was a skinny little twig. I've put on lots of meat compared to like a year ago, and I'm going to keep compounding and building more muscle and all that stuff. I'm going to keep getting more discipline and everything. But a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I was just fine with being weak. I was just fine with being lazy. And I was just fine with average friends. I was just fine with all the people that were outcasts. Well, yeah, they're outcasts. And they would do dirty crap all the time and stuff. I'm not going to talk about that crap. But I was okay with putting in the bare minimum effort because I wanted to never work any time at all, and I just wanted to be rich and not have to work, and that's mostly unrealistic. And lots of people just want to be rich, have it happen to them someday, and not work, just like I did. And I was young too, so I guess it makes sense. But mediocre standards lead to a mediocre life, right? And if you're unhappy with who you are and what you're doing, then it's because you've been tolerating less than what you deserve or what you think you deserve. And right now it seems like you don't deserve any of it because you tolerate less than that. And life never gives you what you want. Never, ever. It gives you what you're willing to accept, what you're willing to work towards, what you're willing to do. So if you raise your standards, your environment will adapt to that, right? If you raise your standards for yourself and for those around you and everything, then everything will get better. Everything will adapt to the standards that you have set. So when you stop tolerating weakness in yourself, you won't be weak anymore, or you'll be working towards it, and you won't be around weak people anymore. You won't attract weak people, you will attract strong people. And when you stop settling for being average, you'll start being excellent, right? You won't accept that you're average, so you will become excellent. Eventually, you'll work towards it if you're not willing to accept being normal for long enough. So the thing is, raising your standards starts with you, right? You can't expect the world around you to level up and go to a higher standard if you are not leveling up and going to a higher standard and expecting that from yourself and everyone else and everything else. So before you start wanting and looking for people that are like disciplined and not weak and respectful and all that good stuff, you need to be disciplined yourself, and you need to be strong yourself, and you need to be respectful yourself, and you need to be great yourself before you demand greatness in other people. Right? You get the idea. And the world does not give a crap about your words. The world doesn't give a crap about the words I'm saying right now. You might. That's fine. That's good for me, hopefully for you. But the world doesn't give a crap. The world cares about your actions. If you say you're going to punch someone and you don't do it, and then you say you're going to punch him again and you don't do it, and you say you're going to punch him again and you don't do it, eventually they're just going to be like, oh, he's not going to punch me. He's just talking. He's just yapping. He's just, what is it? What's the phrase? He has a bark but no bite. That's what it is. All bark, no bite. People respond to your actions. If you say you're going to punch someone and then you punch them, next time they're going to take it more seriously because you actually did what you said you were going to do before. Words and then actions. If you just say words, then the actions that you don't do aren't going to mean anything because you don't do the actions, and no one's going to care. Words don't matter until you actually do something about those words. Actions speak louder than words, or they can amplify words, right? You say you're going to do something and then you do it. Boom, that amplified those words. So if you want to raise your standards, raise your standards for yourself first, and then raise your standards for those around you and stuff around you. Or you can just stay stuck and stay where you are, and you just wasted your time watching me yap. So make your choice. And remember that the path to heaven feels like hell, and the path to hell feels like heaven. Choose one path and stick to it. I love you, bro.